All right, I've been hearing you crying out here for a few weeks now. My pit boss wants to be uncovered and lit up again. So we're going to put in some racks of ribs and some steaks. And we're going to break out the Inkbird thermometer and start using that. Summer's been brutal out here in Tennessee. So it's about 95 degrees right now. So let's go season the ribs first, all right? Before we light this bad boy up. First thing we're going to do is a dry rub on this rack of ribs. I don't know if you remember, but during Burger Wars tour, we stopped at a place called Neon Pig. We picked up some of their dry rub seasoning. So I'm just going to, and that's what it looks like. Got a little pepper flakes in there, salt and pepper. I'm just going to coat the ribs. There we go. I'm going to set this behind me. Real careful about dry rub. And then we're just going to rub this in. If you're looking for this dry rub, it's called Gypsy Dog Black. That's right. It's only $5. Get a big container of it. Should cover a few racks of ribs or some steaks or whatever you're putting it on. Okay, this is the sauce I'm using. I'm not using my sauce, but I bought a jar from the Meat Sweats. You guys have seen my review on Jack and the Go. Meat Sweats barbecue is probably some of the best barbecue in Hendersonville, where I live. And I got a jar of their jalapeno barbecue. So I'm going to brush that on in a second. Don't want to use too much back here because I'm going to be basting with this later on during the cook. So. Okay, I don't know if you know my wife, but since the day I married her, and I ask her this all the time. Hey, honey, you want some ribs tonight with me? Hey, honey, you want some ribs tonight at a restaurant? And she's like, how many times do I have to tell you I do not like ribs? I'm like, okay. So these are for my sweetheart. We're going to do one with the Gypsy Dog Black that I picked up at the Neon Pig. I don't know. Saucing a steak is not up my alley. So I'm doing 2 different seasonings. Come on. Get off, you stupid cat. There we go. Okay, then I bought so much, you know that Bluffton, South Carolina seasoning that I love so much? I bought bags of it and I filled a container. So I'm going to do the other steak in that seasoning. Okay, we're now outside on the Pit Boss Vertical Series 5. We got one rack of ribs. We got another rack of ribs. The bottom one was sauced. The top one was seasoned. The 2 steaks are seasoned. So now let's light our smoking tube. And there it is, the Pit Boss smoking away. That seal, I don't think the smoking tube works in that seal. I think it's so airtight. Okay, things went really bad, really fast, and Tammy's awesome. She helped me move the meat quickly. You can hear the oven's on right now. We're finishing off the ribs in the oven. What happened was, the Pit Boss was fine. It was cooking, it was smoking. It's the frickin' thermometers. Literally, my Inkbird just blacked out. I had it fully charged, and it blacked out on me. I couldn't even do a 4-hour rib cook with the Inkbird. It just went under completely. And so I went out there, and so I went to go look. I went and grabbed another thermometer. It said something completely different. It said I was overcooking everything. And I freaked out. So I grabbed the ribs. Well, luckily the ribs are at 190 right now. So they're going, I'm doing the last 5 degrees in the oven. But the steaks got up to like 150. And that's like well done. And that's not where I wanted it. So everything went bad. Thermometers went bad. Tammy just rescued all the meat. We moved it into the house. But the thermometers. So the Thermopen, thankfully I had the American-made Thermopen. I think it's the MK4, MP4. I know it's the MK4. Anyway, I took readings and everything was the steaks were about 150 and the ribs were in the 180s, 190s, but my thermometers went wacky. The one thermometer by Inkbird, that one said it just blacked out. The other thermometer said I was at over 200, like 220. And that wasn't true because I poked it and I took a temperature. So guys, you got to be real careful with your thermometers. You're getting great deals on these overseas thermometers, but they're dying on me left and right. I got one that's reading too high. I got one that blacks out and can't even do a full rib cook. Thankfully, I wasn't doing brisket. It would have been $80 down the drain. So anyway, last time I did I did a pulled pork. It burned my pulled pork because it stopped communicating from the device to my phone, and it just stalled at 170 for like 3 hours. I've never heard of a 3-hour stall, and it just overcooked. It never went up. The degrees never went up. It never came out of the stall. I went out there and it was burnt. I'm like, are you kidding me? So that's what just happened. So now the ribs right now, the steaks are well done, basically. Thankfully, I looked out there. And then the Inkbird is dead, and I'm currently working with the Thermopen right now. I'm poking it. It's a little pricey, but well worth it if you want a good reading. Go with Thermopen, okay? I don't know what their company name is, but I will have a link down below for you when this video airs. Oh, that's my alarm right now. So now I'm going to go check the meat with my Thermopen. Today we're going to be using the hammer stall, the brand new cutlery that was sent to the show, and it's the first time we ever used the chef's knife, so we're pretty excited about cutting with this bad boy.
I got one there.
You got one? Let's see how it looks. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely beautiful. Put your fingers. And once again, perfection. So we're going to cut these up right now, and then we'll give them a try. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is eat the sauce rib and see how that is. Here we go. Now I'm going to try the seasoned rib. Here we go. Okay, the poll I took, more people like sauce on their ribs than they did dry rub. So I decided to do both today. I did the sauce ribs and I did the dry rub ribs. And I must say, as good as Neon Pig seasoning is, that seasoning's real good. It's got pepper flakes, salt, and pepper. It was delicious. Both these racks of ribs are amazing. But you can't beat caramelization. Once the sauce caramelizes on the outside of the ribs and you bite into that, it's heaven. So my personal vote is sauced ribs. You can have it, some people like it seasoned and then sauce on the side. So there's my opinion right there. Sauced over seasoning. I love you guys. Try yourself a rack of ribs with sauce and with seasoning and let me know what you think. Okay? But for right now, I'm about ready to have some dinner, and I will see you on the next episode. Love you guys.